welcome back. So in the previous video, we've been discussing about the simple harmonic, that is motions of the cam, that is simple harmonic motion, UARM, that is uniform motion, and cycloidal motion. So in this video, we're going to be discussing about the taking example of cams, how we can able to draw the cam profile and the displacement diagram for the given actual values. So first we'll see the question what they mentioned and what is the condition they were given. Based on that, we need to draw the displacement diagram and we need to draw the cam profile. So here they given as a cam is designed for a knife edge follower with the following data. So the cam lift will be 40 mm. The lift of the cam is 40 mm, and during 90 degree of cam rotation with the simple harmonic. So the first 90 degree will be the cam rotation will be in the SHM, that is simple harmonic motion, and the dwell for the next 30 degree will be the dwell, and the next 60 degree of the cam rotation, that is again it will be in the simple harmonic motion, and the remaining part will be the dwell. So what we need to do, we need to draw the profile of the cam when the line of the stroke follower passes through the axis of the camshaft and line of the stroke of offset, that is 20 mm from the axis of the shaft. So and the base circle of the cam radius, that is given as in a 40 mm, and we need to find out the maximum velocity and acceleration. So based on this given data, first we need to draw the displacement diagram. So we'll see about the displacement diagram. So initially they are given as a lift. So this is all about the data which they are given. So first initially the displacement diagram is very important. In order to draw the cam profile, we require a displacement diagram. So based on this displacement diagram only, we're going to construct the cam profile. So first what is the stroke length they have given as in a 40 mm. So first we need to draw in a 40 mm of line, and just we're going to briefly extend the line without any dimensions. So first drawing the 40 mm line on straight line, just extending the lines on the both the ends. Now taking this line as a center, that is 40 mm, now we need to bisect in a semicircle. So by bisecting in a semicircle, that is nothing but taking at the center point, so we can able to draw one semicircle. That is by drawing one semicircle is nothing but, so we are bisecting the semicircle. So the next step is what we are going to do is, so first the outstroke, the rise they are given as in a 90 degree. So here we need to take the scale, or we need to convert the degree to the scale. So how we can able to convert the degree to the scale is nothing but, so initially first what we need to do, we need to take in a scale. So I will consider here 20 degree will be equal to 1 centimeter. So here, so the 90 degree, so the 90 degree will be nothing but 20 degree will be equal to 1 centimeter, means 4.5 centimeters. So I'm just going to draw the line of 4.5 centimeter. Just I'm going to draw the join this. Now it is in a box of empty box of 4.5 centimeter and the length of 40 mm. So this already drawn the semicircle, I'm going to divide into 6 equal parts. So is nothing but semicircle is nothing but 180 degree. So I'm going to divide the each degree, that it will become as a 30 degree. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 and 180 degree. This will be the, so I'm going to divide the 6 equal parts. So here also similarly, this portion which we have been drawn, that also I'm going to draw, make in a 6 equal parts. So the 6 equal parts is nothing but the 4.5 centimeter into 6. So again it will come around 0.75 centimeter. So I'm going to draw, or I'm going to divide that 6 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So similarly the dwell, which is the dwell is nothing but I'm going to leave the space for 1.5 centimeter, that is as per the scale, there will be no motion takes place. And again the remaining next will be the 60 degree. As per the scale, 60 degree is nothing but 3 centimeter. I'm going to draw after the dwell another 3 centimeter line. I'm going to make in a box. So again then I'm going to make in a 6 equal divide parts, that is 0, it will come as 0.5 centimeter of each. So I'm going to draw in a make an equal parts of 0.5 centimeter along with this box. So now we have been divided the 6 equal parts. Now I'm going to extend these lines from A, which we have been divided from the by a semicircle. So I'm just going to extend the lines on this. So first I'm going to extend the lines till the first part, that is rise, and I'm going to leave the blank here, and remaining continuously again here also we're going to extend this. So what the next step, once after extending the lines, what we're going to do for the next step is nothing but, so I'm just going to mark the coincide points. You can able to see the 1 is coinciding at this A and the 2 is coinciding at this C. So like this I'm just going to mark the coincide points here. So here also, which are the lines when it's coming, in which particular line it is coinciding, just we're going to mark the coincide points. So once after making an coincide marking an coincide points, so the next step what we're going to do is, so I'm going to draw the cam, that is we're going to draw the profile, that is in the free hand I'm going to mark join the all the points. So here it will be in the straight because it will be in the dwell position. So again it will come back to this original position. So the value will be a 90, that value is 30, and the return stroke is 60. Remaining is no need to mention diameter or dimension, so we're going to leave the blank. So all the namings we have to do. So this is how we're going to construct a displacement diagram. So now coming to the cam profile. So cam profile already they have given as in a 40 mm as in a diameter. So I'm going to construct as in a 40 mm radius itself only. So by taking 40 mm, I'm going to construct in a one circle. First I'm going to draw the circle. So then first from that point I'm going to make an axis. That is I'm going to draw, or we're going to draw one line of axis. From there the 40 mm of the knife edge they have mentioned as in a knife edge follower. So I'm going to draw just in the form of knife edge. I'm going to draw with the length of 40 here. So from this point again we need to divide to the 90. So that is nothing but a 90 is nothing but where the angle they have given for an rise stroke, and the 30 is nothing but a dwell, and the 60 is nothing but again the return stroke. So first from the taking this as a reference point, I'm going to draw the line of 90. You can able to see from taking this as a reference point, again it will be 30 degree. Again from taking this reference I'm going to draw the 60. So this will be the dimensions how we have been made. So again similarly here also same procedure. Here also we're going to bisect or divide the 6 equal parts. So that is 90. So it will be the 15 degrees will be the each. So again it will be bisecting the 15 degrees of equal parts. Here again the 10 degrees of each we are going to bisect the parts. Now what is the next step is after dividing all the 6 equal parts. So taking from this dimension 1 to B, 2 to C, 3 to D, 4 to E, 5 to E, 5 to F, 6 to G, like this. Taking this distance, so I'm going to mark on this divided points. So from 1 to this is the where we are going to mark the point, and 2 to this 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly in that well it will no motion takes place. Again from R to J, that is what the distance from 0 to this H, 1 to J, 2 to K, this what the dimensions is there. I'm going to mark from the circle which is we have been drawn that circle. From that circle we are going to divide these equal parts. So once what happens when you're going to divide this equal 6 equal parts, again I've been mark the points. Now what is the next step is after marking the points, again we have been extended the line till to the circle only. Now again we are going to join that line till the points where we have been marked for that corresponding. For example 2 to C means where we have been marked, so we're going to join that line. Again 3 to D, similarly here also we're going to mark all the 6 points in the rise and 6 points in the return stroke. Now what we need to do is, now from the starting point where we have been marked the knife edge, so we'll start the drawing the freehand curve from this knife edge. So starting from joining all the curves in whichever the direction it is moving, so we're going to draw in the freehand sketch only. So we're going to mark all the points. So now the first 180 degree will be the motion moving takes place, and the next 180 degree will be in the rest condition. So now the cam profile has been drawn here. So by joining this, that is what by joining all these points which have been drawn, so we need to join the points in the freehand sketch itself only. So based on this only, how the cam will be follows for the given condition, that is for the given simple harmonic motion, and both the rise and the return stroke it will be moving. So the knife edge follower, now the follower is moving from the point A to point N. This is how the follower will be, cam will be moving. The motion which is providing from the cam, the follower will be transmitting that motion from cam to the, from follower to the other some useful work. So based on this only we can able to consider the displacement diagram of simple harmonic motion and cam profile for the simple harmonic motion with the knife edge follower. So this is how we can able to construct the knife edge follower and the displacement diagram for the simple harmonic motion. So the procedure will be same for the other two methods, but the values and the process will be varied according to the shape, and the dimensions also will be varied from one form to the other. So this is how we can able to construct the simple harmonic motion.